What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time I'm back with the season finale recap of Married to Medicine. This is season 6. I'm gonna really be sad to see this show go. It is such a good quality show. I love discussing the show with you all that is in the Married to Medicine group on Facebook. I'm gonna, miss talking with y'all. I'm probably not gonna stop talking about the show, honey, because we got the reunion here, and I'm gonna get, oh my God, I'm gonna have me a bomb-ass drink. I'm gonna be sipping on that popcorn, gummy bears, like I always do. Like, it's going down at that reunion, because Dr. G and Quad go tell us about their domestic violence and their relationship. I think we know of an incident that they had, but it was like more stuff, and it's just like, oh. So the truth will come out with them, how they had both been living a facade in their marriage for a long time. So, Mariah, you are a dirty, crusty bitch. Because you got your ass on that reunion and said to Quad, well, bitch, what are you even doing here? You ain't even married to medicine. Bitch, you want to kick her off the show because you never got over the fact that they pretty much voted your ass off. And they went on without you. That bitch is still, I don't give a fuck about what you all have to say. That bitch never got over that. And we all know that when a bitch don't ever get over some shit, she becomes what? A bitter bitch. And that is what Mariah is. How low? This woman used to be your friend, and you want to kick her while she's down, but she's not down because she's divorcing. She's getting rid of somebody that is not good for her life. She's finally doing something about it. So it's really not a down moment, because whenever you get rid of toxic people, you're winning. You're winning. Whenever you start living in your truth and leave the bullshit and the facades alone, that's winning. And Quad is looking good while doing it. She's sharp. Quad is sharp. She misses the mark sometime with her clothes and her wigs. But she looks sharp at that reunion. Beautiful. She was the best dressed there. I would get more into their fashions at the reunion. But let's get on into these Married to Medicine wives, honey. Okay, so the episode basically starts out with Mariah, going to be by Aiden's side. He's still sick with the meningitis. Aiden looked horrible, you all. I felt so bad for him. I'm not really a big fan of Aiden, but I felt bad for him. I'm human, and I would hate to see anybody go through that. A doctor, let alone, that helps people, and that is what they have to go through to do their job. People come in there with all types of contagious diseases. And Eugene said it later on in the episode. It's just like, damn, and we get sick and we fall apart, and it was just bad. I had never seen Aiden look like that. I'm glad that he, got his strength in this episode. And I would say Mariah is a really good wife. She was right by his side, and, she played her part. Mariah gets a call from Toya. Toya is basically asking Mariah, do you want me and Eugene to come up there and visit Aiden? Mariah's like, no, I got it, hun. I'll let you know if I need to call you. Next, we got Contessa. She is celebrating, it looked like one of her kids' birthdays with her dad. She says she's finally getting a dad she always wanted. I'm happy for her. Not the biggest Contessa fan at all, but hey, how can I be mad at that? This is the man that helped bring you into this world, and you having a relationship with him, and it's all good. I'm happy for that. I love when I can, if I can't have certain things in life, I really try not to hate on people that do have those things. I try to admire them, and I try to just be happy for them. Like, I really am happy for people, when shit is going good for them. So that's how I try to be. Because that's the energy you get back. Shit. So why not put it out there? I'm just saying. Y'all pardon me. I'm eating my gummy bears. Y'all know how y'all girl do. We got Cecil and Simone. They pretty much have a therapist on Skype. And they're talking to him about their relationship and how they had a blow up. And Simone was going off about how Tammy was Cecil's friend. Once again, we don't know if he fucked a woman. Something happened in there, and I really hope they get into it at the reunion and stop with all this TV shit and just tell the fucking real. Right now, they're making it look like it was just an emotional affair, which is equally as bad as a physical affair. So it's bad, but my question is, why was Tammy ever allowed in? Who said that that was okay? Like, you have to set those boundaries early on. Anyways, a really critical part that I liked is the therapist was telling Simone, because Simone was like, yeah, I'm going to, try not to ever throw it in his face again. I'm going to try to move forward. And that therapist was like, no, you ain't going to try to do nothing. Why don't you just do it? Because that's just you setting yourself up to make an excuse about, what you can and cannot do. And so Simone was like, okay, well, if I bring it up, then I'll have to pay Cecil $500, honey. And that's a good enough deal. That's a good deal. Next, we have a scene with Eugene and Toya there at their new house that's still being built, and they are with their kids, and they are writing Bible scriptures to put in the foundation of the house. I think it's a good idea. I'm not really into scriptures. I'm not a Christian. I don't go to church. I am a I guess you could call me a spiritualist. I'm a spiritual person. I like Eckhart Tolle, Carolyn Myss, Wayne Dyer. I like those type of people. So I feel like it's good what they're doing, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they get in the house of their dreams built. I am happy for them, but I want them to get a more solid storyline of we're watching Toya grow. Everybody keeps talking about Toya really needs more of a career, and she does, because that is part of the problem with Toya. She's always worried about really petty things. And we all know when you're real busy in life, you ain't got time to be worried about real petty things. I'm not talking about just the shit with Contessa. It's just a certain way that she can act in a group like a spoiled fucking brat. Toya can't act like that. I actually really do like Toya. I have a love-hate relationship with Toya. At first, I did not like Toya when she was on here. As soon as I seen her, I was like, nope. But I like her because I feel like she's the sexy one out of them. She's very beautiful, to look at. And she is entertaining. And she keeps the show youthful, which they need. Because it would be too older, if you know what I mean. She kind of brings the sexy, her and Quad, they have that youthful energy. Mariah as well sometimes. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I'm just happy for Eugene and Toya. I can't wait to get to that part later on where Toya, you lied, bitch. I'm going to get to it. Okay, so next we got Aiden. He done came on home. Oh my God, Mariah and Aiden's children are just so beautiful. That son is going to be a handsome devil, honey. It seemed like as soon as Aiden got home, he started sleeping. He was tired, honey. He was out. Mariah gave him a kiss, left the room, and Aiden went into dreamland, honey. Aiden was just out. Mariah, you a narcissist. You a motherfucking narcissist. I don't know why it took me so long, honey, to realize that. Because everybody, in a sense, has a hint of narcissism, but the fact that your man was just sick, damn near on his deathbed, and you sit up and in your confessional with him talk about, they had a little scene with, Aiden, where he said, yeah, I'm glad the kids was away so they wouldn't get sick. And Mariah was like, well, what about me? I was here. What about me? And I'm like, Mariah, bitch, it's not about you. It's about the man. He didn't want the kids, to get sick. Those are kids. You are their mother. You are to go, in front of them and protect them. So, of course, you had to, as his wife, nurse him back to health. That's your husband. Those are the vows that you took. So for you to, well, what about me? And what about me? And I like the dress she had on. Dress and the earrings, pretty. Mariah can dress. I get that bitch that. But Lakeisha, you need to quit playing, honey. Mariah is also planning this party that she hasn't planned, I think, since season 1 or 2 or something. So they kept showing all these clips from the past. I've never seen, I don't think I've seen anything that season. That had to be like season 2. I ain't remember it, but she's planning this party. That's where they're going to close out the season finale at. So, she wants it to be really nice. The man is showing her how things are going to be set up and how they may have to have a tent because it's raining. And then Mariah was like, well, these girls can't handle no rain, honey. They hair go straight to Afro. I thought that was funny. Next, we got Jackie and Curtis. And Jackie is showing Curtis a piece of land that she wants them to use to build their house. And they want to start over, have new beginnings. What is it? In the suburbs. That's what Curtis wanted. And, they just want to have a new start. I'm happy for Jackie and Curtis. I thought Curtis looked nice in his confessional. Why do y'all hate Curtis so much? So many motherfuckers hate Curtis. I just don't fucking get it. He is arrogant and a little obnoxious sometimes. You gotta watch out for it. But everybody has their quirks, on this show. But I don't got no issue with him. I don't like how he cheated on Dr. Jackie. But at the same time, shit, Jackie, you kept putting work in front of your man. That don't justify him cheating, but I'm just saying he pretty much warned your ass. Pretty much in his own way, so what can you do about that? Next, we got Heavenly and Contessa. And they are on their way to seeing Quad. Then they get to where Quad is in his sister's circle. Heavenly lets us know that she likes Contessa. I'm looking like I don't see why, but he says she likes Contessa and she's cool with her. And so they meet up with Quad and they begin talking about, I guess they had some type of models on the show. And then Contessa mentioned, well, Scott, he can model. And Quad was like, well, I ain't trying to look at nobody's husband now. Y'all know Quad got to watch that since them rumors is out that she allegedly slept with Lake's husband. So y'all know Quad is going to watch, how y'all portray her, honey. But I thought it was funny. Heavenly said, oh, well, Daddy can model too. Daddy look good. And I'm looking like, he do. Damon's a cutie to me. He's not like in shape or have muscles, but he's attractive enough. Shit. And he's a good guy. You're getting a good guy out of the deal. So, so I feel you, Heavenly, but bitch, you is a lie. You is a lie talking about Damon's body is better than Contessa's husband. No, it's not, Heavenly. Girl, you delusional. You need to quit. Did Heavenly call Dr. Contessa's husband? I don't even know the man's name, Scott, because I don't like his punk ass. Did she say her husband is flubby? Like he's chubby or something? I'm like, girl, you need to quit. Mariah, why was you flirting with that man that be singing at your party? Why was you flirting with him so tough? And she seemed so comfortable with flirting with him. Bitch, you was just accusing Heavenly of cheating. So you can do shit like that, but nobody, what was that? And yes, you may like somebody, but I'm just thinking you're married and yes, and what the fuck was that, bitch? shit, she knew she was flirting. You know how it's different types of flirting. The flirting you don't really know you flirting, but you flirting. And then it's the giddy, I know I'm flirting. Now I'm flirting on purpose. The man just got out the damn hospital. Ain't even healthy all the way yet. You're a little tramp, Mariah. So we get to the party and it's beautiful. We have a scene with Quad, Contessa, and Toya. Quad notices that it's very awkward with both of them being around each other. Contessa is trying to be nice and let things go. But Toya is just looking at her like, I don't like this bitch. You a fake ass bitch. You just called me fat. Toya was not feeling her, and you can't blame her. I don't like people that body shame. I felt like that was a low blow that she didn't have to throw. I'm all for a good verbal spat, but why talk about anybody's weight? You know, why go there and be shady like that? And then on top of that, you the one that just had a mastectomy just so you could try to prevent yourself from having cancer, which is still not 100%. So your health ain't right. And you talking about Toya's BMI and you was just doing some life-altering shit because of another life-altering situation that you may have, bitch, that you watched your mother go through? Seriously? Like, come on, your shit ain't lined. I hate when people do shit and they shit ain't lined up. You were just in the hospital healing. Your health wasn't together. Y'all may say, well, she was healing from her boob job. You was healing from all that shit. And you talking about this woman's health and his BMI. We have a scene with Toya and Eugene, and Toya is pretty much telling Eugene that, you know, Contessa called you fat. I said, Toya, you a motherfucking lie. You a lie, bitch. Contessa called you fat. And she brought Eugene into it as stating that you always talking about how big he is, but shit, you damn near where he at. That's pretty much what she was saying. You know, and she was talking about how you talk about your husband. So, for you to sit up there and say that shit, talking about, oh, well, Eugene, she was talking about, you just wanted Eugene to be mad at her. Eugene know not to pay that bitch no mind. He know not to clown off of that. That's why I mainly fuck with men. Because of this reason right here. Women always, I notice, want to go on and on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the most forgiving if, like, I'm where Toya is. I would not be forgiving of Contessa. I wouldn't be shooting no scenes with her. And you can call me petty, but you don't talk about my motherfucking weight, bitch. You don't say no disrespectful ass shit like that. That was just rude. But you got so many people. Oh, she told her fat ass. Toya is fat. She been getting big. Yes, Toya is bigger. She is. But don't we all get a little bigger? Sometimes. Shit, managing your weight is hard. Shit. You gotta eat right. You gotta exercise. Y'all know Toya drink all that damn wine. And she just trying to keep up with the keeping up. But yeah, you know, she could do a better job with managing her health. But it doesn't need to come from Contessa. Somebody that just got out of the fucking hospital. I'm just saying. See, so what the fuck did you have on? Normally you get it right. I'm not feeling your outfit. But Cecil fine to me, y'all. So I let him get away with it. Okay, so next thing I know, Heavenly comes in and all the ladies is looking at her titties and talking about how they sitting right in her dress. And then Contessa was like, mine is too. Because they was talking about Heavenly had double G's. And Contessa was like, I got them too. Needing attention. And Simone looked at her and threw shade, honey, like, them double A's you got. And Quad was just like, well, shit, Contessa, you don't need no big ass titties. You did right. You did it the right way. I would have got them a little bit bigger. I think she could have at least went to at least a B. But them your titties, girl. Curtis goofy ass come in, knock his shit over, just like a nigga. Can't have nothing sexy and classy. Always some nigga gotta fuck it up. He talking about he gotta make his grand entrance. I'm just like, yeah, right, nigga. As the cheater, I'm just playing Curtis. So next we have Mariah and Aiden. They do a little speech about how this party is to celebrate Aiden, and he thanks everybody for their cards, their gifts, their text messages. He appreciates the support. So after that, I had to endure watching Mariah and Heavenly do 2 double hugs. You bitches don't like each other. What the fuck is going on? Jackie looking at them like they crazy. But she said, well, no, I'm just admiring that Heavenly's on her journey. And y'all need to quit. Y'all need to motherfucking quit. Stop playing. When you bitches get to the reunion, all this kumbaya shit go be out the window. So y'all ain't got to be faking it like this. Because I know you bitches don't like each other. Quad, I'm so happy they showed a flashback of you. Don't do that color no more. Don't do it that short. You need to keep your hair kind of medium length or long. And don't do that color no more. It did not work for you. I love Toya's dress. I thought she looked beautiful. They showed Damon talking to Mama Lucy. And it was just so funny. Oh my God. Now, does he have a crush on Mama Lucy? Is that what Daddy was doing? Was Daddy fantasizing about Mama Lucy? Y'all let me know. But I thought it was interesting that he was talking to her. I don't like Mariah's mother. I think she's a bitch. She's hot in the puss too because she was sitting up there. Oh, well, I like how that man sing and, oh, I really like that. I said, oh, Lord, you sound like your trampy daughter. They hot in the puss. Mariah and a mammy. Toya go mention to Eugene they need to bring 2 or 3 cigars home. Just like a nigga to try to steal at a party. I'm just saying. Eugene basically spoke on the Toya and Contessa situation and said that he just doesn't see it for Contessa and Toya right now. He also mentioned something interesting that Toya has been into it with Mariah and Simone, and she's cool with both of them. So hopefully, with Contessa, they could work something out in the future. I don't think these two need to be friends. It has gotten so ugly. I don't really want them to be friends. I don't want Contessa back on this show. I'm sick of her elitist attitude. She got a superior attitude. Oh, I was in the Navy. Oh, I'm a doctor, and maybe because I'm a doctor, and maybe because that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I told y'all, you are not what you do. There is a space in you, and they cover this in spirituality. You are a being, a human being, not a doing. You can't associate with everything that you do. You are a being. You are to focus on being in the present moment, not egoic things such as your career, your money, she has this attitude where what she does defines her as a person. And yes, you could really love your career and, really take it seriously. That's not a problem. It's just you are mixing up your who with your do. There's a difference between who you are and what you do. And if you don't know that, then you need to fucking figure it out. I really enjoyed the scene with the guys smoking their cigars and talking and, kind of welcoming Aiden back into the group. Eugene made a little joke about, him being sick. And now, damn, if this is what we get from you being sick, then, man, you need to get sick even more. And I'm like, well, ain't no need for all that, honey. Ain't no need for all that. But I got what he was saying. And they mentioned how they wish Dr. G was there. And Aiden really wanted him there. And then I'm just looking like, why are y'all even bringing Dr. G up? Like, why the fuck? Y'all know the girl getting a divorce from his ass. And I know y'all cool with him, but Dr. G don't fit into every scenario. And this is actually coming from somebody that liked Dr. G. But I don't even see why he's being mentioned. But he's their friend, so I guess fair is fair. They said eventually him and Quad should be able to be cool. I don't see it, and I wouldn't count on it. Okay, we had this scene with Jackie and Simone, and, they're kind of reflecting and talking, and, Heavenly joins them, and Simone irked me because she began talking to Heavenly in a condescending way. And, I get Heavenly's spiritual journey, and she has worked on herself. She's come a long way. Simone, you need to enter into the same fucking journey. You are a mess. All that screaming you do, absolutely unnecessary, okay? And you sitting up here looking down at Heavenly. Well, she still got some more growing to do, but she this and she... Like, you need... you are in therapy. It ain't really working for you. You need to change, Simone. Because you one of them people, you kind of like Quad a little bit. It's like y'all act like y'all shit is so together. And y'all be trying to, wrap shit up for other people. And y'all shit be fucked up. You're not willing to look within. Because if you notice with Simone and Cecil, she's always blaming him. He had to apologize this episode. I'm like, why is he apologizing for shit that y'all done already talked about? Like, so she irked me with that. So we have this last scene with Quad, Jackie. Heavenly was there, but she said she had to go with Daddy, honey, and Simone. And, they're just basically all talking about how Simone and Quad went through what they went through this year, and it was hard for them. And, they're rebuilding their relationship. Simone says, people deal with people in a lot of different ways. Sometimes, when you love people, you scream at them. No, you don't, Simone. And that's the problem with you. You have yet to admit that shit is a problem, and that ain't how you love people. That's why Quad didn't receive it like that. And Quad, I gotta say, for you need to work on being more genuine and vulnerable. And once you can do that, like, you don't have to tell them all your business, but once you're just genuine and you're not putting on a facade and trying to control every little thing, I feel like your relationship with the ladies will improve. I think they will receive you. You did do some hiding this season. You did. I understood it, but I felt like you could have been a little bit more conversational with the ladies. It was just really, they fucked up though. Their approach with you, it was just fucked up. So, I mean, it is what it is. I just hope everybody learned from it. Okay, so the last thing is the last thing, and Mariah shares with all the ladies that when her and Heavenly had their talk at the church, Heavenly cursed. They show Heavenly cursing. Heavenly was about to say, I didn't do, but they showed you, girl. And everybody bust out laughing. Everybody went off into the sunset. That was Married to Medicine. This was a very good season. I kind of like the season before this one better, but I like this season. It's still such a good, solid show. How do you not like it? I will be back with the reunion. I would like to do a live, so I will let you guys all know what group to be in to see me go live, because you won't see me going live on YouTube just yet. We're going to be doing our lives on Facebook, but that was Married to Medicine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.